Welcome to episode 19 of Talking Shirts. I'm Mike from Hull KR Shirts, and today I'm going to take a look at the 2009 home shirt. Now, the 2009 home shirt, for me, will probably be one that I will always hold in high regard because of how the team performed best within my lifetime. 2009 was my first season attending Hull KR. I was a late bloomer into the rugby league world, but I have been absolutely hooked ever since. The guys back in 2009 obviously finished fourth in the Super League in just what was their third season in the competition, which was a tremendous occasion. In this shirt, obviously, we had 4 players who made the dream team at the end of the season. Obviously, we had Peter Fox, Michael Dobson, Bengalia and Clint Newton. So, to have 4 out of 13 coming from a team like Hull KR, who had finished 4th within the Super League, is a testament to how well those 4 played, but also how well the lads around them played as well, to put them in that position in the first place. So the shirt itself, it's meant to be, I think it's meant to be like a naturally white shirt, but there's so much red being involved in there that it's not traditional as we would normally see a red and white shirt. So the chest and the bottom here are obviously white, and then we've got the red band going across the middle, but it also kind of forms into the sleeve as well, giving that sort of that raglan sleeve effect, having a red sleeve with a little bit of white detailing on here as well. And then obviously it kind of comes down here into a point on both sides as well, does the red. So it's a very unique look for a Hull KR shirt, in my opinion. This one is obviously a player shirt. It's a much tighter fit. The material on here is much more elasticated than the cotton material that was used to produce the replica. The replica shirts are very heavy. If you're wearing them and you're outside without a coat on and it rains, you really know about it. You can feel it weighing down on your shoulders because it really does hold that moisture. So the guys obviously playing did need a much more looser fit in terms of fabric, but a much more fitted style in terms of the fit. Obviously we've got the sponsor across the front here at Parasol. We've become accustomed to seeing the sticky patches feature across the front of the shirt, which kind of adds a little bit of grip. So when the ball's coming into a player's chest, it kind of just helps them hold that ball in a little bit better. Now, what I find really interesting about the 2009 home shirt is the fact that not only did we have that patched effect across the chest, we also had a little bit down the side on both sides, but it also featured on the arms as well. So we have a patch here and then a patch on this arm as well. So it's interesting because this was obviously a Cougar shirt, and we also had Cougar in 2010 and 2011 as well, and neither of those shirts had any of this sticky patch on. So we went from 2007, 2008 with Carlotti not having it, with a much heavier fit. 2009 went looser, yet it had the sticky, and then in 10 and 11 it wasn't there again. So I'd love to know the idea behind whether maybe they didn't believe it to be a success, so they didn't use it. But then obviously as time progressed, we've developed that back in again. Again, I know it's a different manufacturer, but there must be an interesting little story there. So turn this one around to the side. So Engage Super League patches. So these was heat bonded to the shirt in 2009, and it was made from a felt material, which, as you can see, is kind of worn. That'll be due to the amount of times it's being washed, but obviously the amount of times it's being worn and contact. All you have to do is kind of rub it, and you can kind of feel it sort of flaking away in your finger a little bit. So that's quite powerful. And on this side as well, this is probably even worse. You can really see how much wear. There's even a tear in the middle of this one. So this shirt has been heavily worn during 2009, as you can see here. So I'll just spin it round. So this shirt was worn by Paul Cooke. So as you'll probably know, I've got quite a few of Paul's shirts. I've got his home shirt from 2008, 2009 and 2010. So I'm just missing that 2007, the debut year, for the full collection. So fingers crossed one day that I might come across that. Paul has very kindly signed the back there. He's a great lad, Paul. He's done so much for me. He was the catalyst for Hull KR shirts. He gave me my first match worn shirt back in 2010, and it's kind of, some might say escalated, some might say spiralled, who knows. From there, leading me now into having 80 plus match worn shirts, probably close to 60 replicas, and loads of training wear as well. So, you know, he was the main reason, in my opinion, for this starting. Not that I'm blaming you, Paul, I promise. Paul, obviously, very controversially joined Rovers in 2007. 2007, 2008, 2009 was probably his strongest years. Unfortunately, 2010 was his last year. Didn't work out for one reason or another. I think if he was given a second chance, I think everything would be done completely different. You only have to read his book to understand that. If you haven't read his book, Judas, I would most definitely recommend it. Whether you're a Hull FC fan or a Hull KR fan, it's a very, very good read. So again, the shirt kind of formulates on the back what it did on the front. So we've got the same sort of shaped white. The band doesn't continue all the way around. It's in the RFL's ruling that the number on the back of the shirt needs to be in a clear patch. So if it had have gone all the way around, it would have broken anyway. So you look at maybe like the 2020 home shirt, which I'll pop a picture up. That band doesn't go all the way around like it does on the replica. So for me, if you're better off not putting it all the way around, because you're gonna have to break it. So or it has a box, which, you know, it doesn't look great. What I will do is I'll put a picture up of a 2003 away shirt. I'll pop that up there for you, so you can kind of see what, when a band goes all the way around, what kind of action needs to be taken to allow for a clear reading of a number on the back of a shirt. So spin this one back around to the front. So that's been the 2009 home shirt. I hope you've enjoyed watching this episode. Thank you very much, and I'll be back in another couple of weeks' time with episode 20. Cheers guys, take care, bye bye.